possible that before 8:54 they started calling the nurse? Before 8:54 on Monday morning, before 8:54 they've started calling the nurse. Yeah. So if they've started calling the nurse before 8:54 and the nurse came, what time did they claim that the nurse came? I mean, what time did they are claiming the nurse came at what time on Tuesday? What time was it? What time was it? I think it's about 3 something that the nurse came. 1 p.m.
Around 3.
Is it around 3 or around 1? Mr. Andy, Mr. Lady, Abby, in the comment section, was it around 3 or around 1?
1 p.m. 1 p.m.
1 p.m. So they are saying the nurse spent 24, close to 28 hours before she left Cotonou to Nigeria. Is that the claim? Are we right to say that the nurse, it actually took the nurse close to 28 hours to get to Nigeria from Cotonou?
Correct.
Okay, now, good. But under normal circumstances, from Google, right? From Google said it should be around, Google Maps said it should be around 3 hours something, right? But we know traffic and all those things. Let's say it took like maybe 8 hours to get to Nigeria. Now I'm heading.
Dish.
Yeah.
Let's try to look at the area where they said the nurse came late and she tried to sleep. Now, they've been calling you in the previous day, that was yesterday, and you came back, you slept. You now have the phone to sleep till 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Thank you. 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Before you now go to a client that have been calling you since yesterday.
Can we see? On an emergency, right? On an emergency. On an emergency. Now, are we seeing what is happening? Are we seeing what is happening here? Eniola, thank you so much. Are we seeing what is happening? Are we seeing that the nurse, whosoever it is that is saying the nurse just came to do whatever, are we seeing that the nurse is actually, because they call, something has happened before 8:54. They've started calling you. In fact, they must have started calling you at around 7 or 6 in the morning. And you came 1 p.m. You even slept. You even took your bath. You even did makeup. That is to confirm that I stand to be corrected. We are going to come up now. Lepatoposh, you're going to come up. Yeah. Then after then we'll have Mr. Andy. That is to affirm that the nurse, to me, the nurse was never in Cotonou. The nurse has always been in Nigeria. The nurse was never in Cotonou. To me, the nurse was never in Cotonou. I stand to be corrected. Let's have Lepatoposh. Lepatoposh, let's have you. Thank you. Be good. You're going to make your point. Well,
I want to say something in regards to that nurse.
I'm coming. Hold on. Be good. Hold on. Lepatoposh, let's have you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. We can hear you.
According to this nurse part, my submission is in 2 parts. The first one is there is no nurse anywhere. My point, though, and let me expatiate on that. They said they called the nurse on Monday on an emergency, and the nurse was coming all the way from Cotonou. And according to our analysis now, from Cotonou to Nigeria, or going to 8 hours, you went straight home. You didn't even bother to return the client's call. And you didn't even bother to say, okay, let me go straight down to the client's house to check on what they were calling me for. You went straight to your house. You took your shower. You slept. You even snore. I'm very sure she snored while she was sleeping. And you woke up the following morning. You didn't even wake up very early as possible, maybe around 5 or 4 o'clock. So to go and attend to the emergency you were called for, you had to to go around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So there was no nurse. And how come you say a nurse came to treat your husband and we didn't even see the face of the nurse? Is this nurse a ghost? Because I don't get it. Nigeria, my country. In that aspect, the police already compromised. In fact, the government, they are involved. My own point. Then the second part is, even if there is a nurse, according to their script, the nurse you called to attend to your husband on an emergency, she came there and she knew you as the wife. She knew the Moad's brother, Adura. She knew the PA. Was she there for an introduction? As in, you called the nurse to come and treat your husband. She introduction ben okay talele. She you are the one. You are the one introducing yourself to her as okay. Meaning yawo aburo elele you. Emergency. Someone that is let me say is in coma. On fight for life. You got to know the wife. You got to know. PA. Listen to what the mom said. The mom said PA one be, ọ̀rẹ́ wa ńbẹ̀, àbúrò wa ńbẹ̀, ìyàwó wa ńbẹ̀.
This is not good. This is not good. Mohbad does not deserve Mohbad does not deserve this. Mohbad does not deserve this.
On an emergency, o mo PA. Báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ PA? Báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ pé PA ni? Do you think we are dumb? Báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ pé PA ni on an emergency? And okay, she later administered the drugs. Okay, but Odebe, according to them, they said Odebe, maybe she needed one or two things. She went with DJ Bami to get the syringe or whatever that she needs to treat Mohbad. And when she came back, she found out they were pouring him water. She said that Emma Domislara, and the wife was like, fine. It's now happened that, okay, maybe due to the drug she later administered to your own husband, are you not supposed to tear the nurse into pieces? As in, tear her into pieces. You can't even raise an alarm. You understand what I'm saying? So, and you left the nurse to go. And I'm trying to walk to the time something. No, the nurse came around 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And told Mama Mohbad around after 3 or after 4. The father arrived there around 7. Why can't you hold the doors down before the father came? Why did you go ahead and tell the father that hello?
Why did you allow the nurse to go in the first place?
That's what I'm saying. Why can't you hold the nurse down? Instead of saying hello, according to
and now rush him to the hospital, brought him dead. You people now brought him back home. You now brought the dead back home.
And you claimed you took him to the hospital, and they told you in the hospital that it was BID. And you were advised, according to the hospital's report, they were advised to drop him at the morgue. You took him back home. So which means you wanted to bury this guy without the conscience of his parents, to declare him missing later. Abi, that was their intention. You now took him back home to embalm him in the local way.
See, Lepatoposh, yeah. At that junction, yeah, it is not that they wanted to bury him without the consent of the father or the mother. It is that they wanted to bury him without the consent of the father, because the mother already knows what is going on, because the mother was in that house on Monday.
Yes.
The mother knew what happened. She knew something already happened on Monday. Yeah. And they conveyed her back from there, from Island to Ikorodu. But where I don't get it now, where I'm still thinking is that, was it that same Monday that they returned her back to Ikorodu or Tuesday morning? Because your mother already knew what happened. Because if she had not seen Mohbad's body, on Monday, why is it that when she got there on Tuesday, she did not enter? It means she has seen, she is satisfied with whatever it says that she has seen. Then that is the reason why she did not enter. Who is supposed to enter and go and shake the boy on the floor, whether he's going to stand up, wherever it is that it was, you understand? Meaning this woman was actually in that house on Monday. She knew what happened. She was part of this conspiracy. She was part of those that, in fact, she was part of those that gave the instruction for the embalmment. Now, if you are asking who instructed Darosa to embalm, then you are going to say that it is Mohbad's mom. Mohbad's mom is actually one of those who actually instructed Darosa to embalm the body. But they cannot come out to tell us. What is it I'm coming?
I don't want you to forget a part, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, please. I want you to remember that Mohbad said, Wunmi has begged me, and I have told her I have forgiven her. She said in her statement, he begged me, and I said, I forgive her. What does she beg her for?
Okay, now.
By saying that word. We need to look into that as well.
Now, what did she beg her for? Why are you forgiving someone? Now, these people are fingering my brain, These people want to make my head go tinini, but God passed them, and God will not allow them to finger my brain. Mohbad's mom already knew. Mohbad's mom is part of the conspiracy. She can never say she did not see Mohbad on Monday lying down there. She can never deny the fact that there was no blood. She can never deny that she was not part of those who gave the instruction that the body should be embalmed, because they cannot just go ahead and do that thing without the consent of a certain person. Please don't call me now. It's not the time to call me.
6 years. Nyasho, I want Mama Mohbad. 6 years.
Now I'm coming. So that is to say this, that they wanted to actually, bury Mo, not without the consent of the parents. No, they wanted to do it without the consent of the father, so that when the guy, when Mohbad's father comes up, they will tell Mohbad's father that because it is evil in Yoruba land for a father to see the dead body of the son, that is the reason why we have gone ahead to bury the boy, so that nothing will be. There won't be any. They won't be able to suspect anything.
100 of Baba Mohbad alone can never exhume Mohbad's body again. 100 of him alone can never.
That is it. Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus. Oh my goodness. Mohbad never. He doesn't deserve any of this thing. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Oh.
Good day, guys.
Somebody put water on my head, please.
Hello.
Oh God. Expander.
Yeah, please hold on. OS Yas needs to say something. He has been commenting since.
Okay, we are supposed to go to Mr. Andy. Mr. Andy is supposed to talk now. But Mr. Andy, I'm sorry, please borrow us some couple of minutes. Let's quickly hear OS Inyas. Jesus, oh God.
Just 2-3 minutes, please.
God will not forgive them. God will not forgive these people.
Sorry, just 2-3 minutes. Because this, the description or the analysis so far, we have not been able to bring out the aspect of the blood. Out of this analysis, one, they said, okay, he fainted and they were pouring water. They didn't mention blood there. So at what point was this pool of blood that the father saw? So to me, it's as if the nurse actually came to bind that wound after the bleeding, to bind the wound. If you look at the garment that was worn on Mohbad the day he was buried, look underneath that garment. It's quite transparent. You will see there is a plaster somewhere in the ribs, the right hand rib. I think that is where the blood issue, and that is probably what the nurse had come to bind. So we need to look into that. Because the nurse never mentioned that there was bleeding. So where is the bleeding from? We need to know.
Police said he bled profusely. And the bleeding that police was giving us the details was a different bleeding. Now this bleeding is the house bleeding. Because there's nothing like bleeding from the show.
Yes.
The car was not stained.
Yes.
The car was not stained.
Look at that place, the right-hand side. Underneath that cloth, you will see that there is something there, like a bandage. And you look at it. Yes, if you can point at that place. There is a bandage underneath that garment. And remember, the show that this boy went to, the last show he went to, he offed his clothes and there was no bandage on his body.
The clothes Mohbad wore that day, we need that clothes.
Can we see this?
No,
Can we see this?
I think, yes, that point. There is something underneath. That means there is a wound on his body. But when he sang at that show, I think he offed his shirt and there was no bandage on his body. There was no mark on his body when he was singing. So at what point did they have to put this bandage on him? And that is where we get the source of the blood. That is, this place, I think this place is close to the heart. So definitely if they puncture something there, you have your blood gushing out. It's different from the hand or the arm. The blood flow from the arm is not as much as when you puncture this kind of place. So I think we need to look into it properly. That's where I want to point our attention to.
Okay, now thank you so much, ONC. Yes, now, Mr. Andy, you're gonna come up now, but where OS, just like I pointed out, you see, I'm coming. Yeah, look at it here. This place, this particular place, this place. Who is the nurse? Provide the nurse at the inquest. That is what we want. Provide the nurse at the inquest. Can you see this? Someone who can buy a house of 170 million naira. Yeah?
So let me Ish. If you look at the position of the coffin when the body was exhumed, there are two main locations where the blood, stayed. And one location is close to the neck that was bent. In the direction of the neck that was bent, we had that black, clot of blood there. But in the middle, which is close to this chest region, there's another group or set of blood that
Sewalin, wait. Sewalin. Please, Sewalin stores, please. Please, this point is not the point you make some nonsense comment in this place. This is not the time for you to make one nonsense comment in this place. If you know that whatever it is, please, I don't curse. But if you know that you cannot make a good comment in this place, why will you say you didn't buy a house? What's wrong with you?
We will still talk about that. Karimon's interview on Daddy Freeze. Karimon in herself.
Be careful. Be careful.
Belongs to Mohbad.
Be careful.
Karimon herself. Any idiot.
Be careful. Please don't get me. I don't curse. I don't abuse. I don't swear. Me can beg for you. Please. How can you? See. If No problem. See, because we are talking about something that is very important now. You are coming in now, you are thinking, okay, no problem. I'm going to beg you, I'm going to Tyler Shewari. Mr. Andy, let's have you. You think it's this thing, you think it's a child's play that we are doing here. Tyler Share, you think it's a child's play that we are doing in this place. Tyler Share, me, I'm not part of those. That's why I keep my mouth shut.
Oh my God, yeah.
Mr. Andy, let's have you. Thank you so much, sir.
Can you allow Be Good to speak? Be Good.
Okay, Be Good. Let's have you. Thank you so much, Mr. Andy. Thank you for that.
Yeah, what I want to say about the nurse is that one thing I believe there is a nurse in this whole scenario. Then another thing is that if you are saying that, how did she know the name of the people? It is possible. It is possible in the sense that she was there in that house that day. She must have had so many names. Then after the incident, she was not called. People have been saying so many things. They talk about Darusha. They talk about so from that particular end, she can be able to know who is who because she's been hearing stories. That one is sure she can be able to do any means. But the thing is that they still need to figure out from the nurse who exactly did she injected, because she needs to confirm it if it is Mohbad or someone else, according to how they are saying it, that okay, the person she gave the injection to was fair, or she is that, or the person is dark or fair. She needs to confirm that. Then another thing is that how many syringe did she use on Mohbad? How many was found in that house? If it is more than what what she used, definitely that means some things have been administered on him before the arrival of the nurse. They need to confirm it. How many syringes were found in that house and that in that scene? How many syringes did the nurse give to Mohbad? They need to confirm that as well. Then there's something I think when that issue of the nurse happened, there was somewhere I went then. So a lady was saying something like, that nurse, the nurse was she's a sister. Yes, a sister to a younger sister. I think I'll try to see that person to know if I can still remember the person that said that. That nurse, she's a small girl, that she's a friend to her younger sister or something like that. I said, really? She now said, yes. I said, I just had it on the program that I don't know whether it is true. She said, yes, she knows the girl. So that means there is a nurse. There is a nurse, but they still need to find out what really happened from that nurse, because if they said Spendy called her, according to them, they were saying, according to the police, they said Spendy gave them the number. Then now the mother says Spendy called her. Spendy gave her the number. They gave them the number to call her. Spendy called her. There's a mixed up there. And another thing I could see as not mixed up is that they might be calling the person, they might be attending to referring to the person that called her as Spendy, since it's Spendy that gave them the number. Then Spendy said he saw Mohbad on Monday night. I wouldn't dispute it because I'm not there. But the main thing is that they need to get the facts from him. If he really saw Mohbad that night or not, then he should clarify for us if Mama Mohbad was in that house on Monday. If he was around in that house, if he ever seen, yes.
Establish your point.
He should be able, if he was in that house, you should be able to tell us if Mama Mohbad came to that house really or not, or if he was not around. Then we know that probably she might have been there when Spendy was not around. You understand what I'm saying? Because everything is just too interwoven. Then the main point to me is that no matter how far we've gone with this case, the main point to me is still that Wunmi is in the best position to tell us what happened, because she is the wife of that person. And you can't tell me a nurse came into your home to treat your husband. A nurse you didn't know, that you know nothing of, will come and be administering to your husband. You won't be there. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't even make sense to me at all. Somebody you don't know. So you are just saying it is when you heard him shouting, yeah, remove it. That was when you get into the scene. It doesn't make sense to me at all. It doesn't make sense. So she's still the person that needs to tell us what really happened, because she's in charge. If you're husband and wife, you have people living with you. If your husband is not at home, you should be in charge of the home. That's why the fact that Adura is staying there doesn't even have any meaning to me, because she is the wife. She has the control of that house. So no matter what is going on that moment, she's the person that will be in charge of everything. Even if they are saying they want to give him this, she will be the one to say, okay, go ahead or not. So she can't tell me she's cooking in the kitchen. That food she's cooking, who is going to eat it? Is it the person that's saying this is severe pain?
Then bring out the nuts. That's the hashtag. Hashtag bring out the nuts.
A man is in severe pain, is in agony. Someone that bled profusely, they said you bled profusely on Sunday to home. Then you call a nurse. The nurse is not around. She was not in Nigeria. She was in Cotonou. Then you are waiting for the nurse to come the next day. It doesn't make sense. How can you be waiting for somebody when you are saying somebody bled profusely to home? Then you people claim he was in severe agony. Then you are not telling me you are waiting for the nurse to come. You as a human, you won't even have the courage to wait for anybody. Even if the man is saying, I'm not going to the hospital, you won't even know how you call everybody around you to say, oh yeah, help me carry him. Either by force or by fire, we have to take him to that hospital. Then you are not giving flimsy, you give different stories on one death. You have given about 5 or 6 narration. What is it?
The same question.
She's just the main thing. She's the main person to give us more.
No, thank you.
That's my submission for them.
Thank you so much, Big Good. Thank you, Big Good, for that. Thank you for your submission.
Thank you.
On Friday, who built the nurse? Ashakiade, thank you for that question again. Who built the nurse? Who is the person responsible? Who is responsible? Because I said when we started the program today that when the nurse's mother, when she released that video, Lepatoposh, please pardon me, let me quickly borrow your space. Lepatoposh, let me borrow your space. Yeah. Thank you, Lepatoposh. I'll bring you back up. Please kindly send me a request. Yeah. Thank you, Lepatoposh. Yeah. By the way, I'm going to talk about the protest that is going to come up in the US, in the United States, in Washington, D.C., and New York City. I'm going to talk about it soon. Now, who built the nurse? When the nurse's mother released that video, after she released that video, we didn't hear anything from her again. Then I asked, who actually visited this woman after she recorded that video? What was the agreement that was between those people and this woman?
In addition, in the second part of that video, the woman make it clear Baba Feishara is nowhere to be found. That is one. 2, she doesn't have anything, any power to bail Feishara. She needs Nigeria help. Nigeria should please help her. How come she gets help without the consent of Nigerians now? Where she see that money to bail?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes and amen. Now, hashtag bring out the nurse. Hashtag bring out the nurse. The nurse must come out. Yeah, she must come out at the corona inquest. This thing is heading somewhere. We need to be very, very watchful. While we are praying, we need to be very, very watchful. They are establishing a point already that the nurse is sick. They are establishing a point already that the nurse is sick. The corona inquest should not come up, and they will say because the nurse is sick, that is the reason why they can't bring the nurse. The
nurse must not even die.
The nurse
must not die. We don't want to hear anything about the nurse. Don't mind. We must not hear because we know it's not possible.
Okay. Mr. Andy, can we have you now? Mr. Andy, are you there?
Hey, I'm there.
Okay, let's have you, sir.
Good afternoon, and good morning, good evening, wherever you are streaming for. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, sir.
First, I will thank you for bringing up the issue of nurse. Last week, through my submission, I said the nurse was critically ill. That is what we are being told. Because I don't have access to the nurse. But we knew where they are coming from. You understand? And we need to expose them. Thank you. The question is this. If the commenter on the comment section can help me, either yes or no, have the nurse spoken or speak to the public direct by herself? Yes or no?
No, Mr. Ant. The answer is no.
Thank you. The nurse, since day one, September 11, till this moment, the nurse have not spoken directly to the public by herself. That should be a red flag to everyone that wants justice for Mohbad. But who has spoken on behalf of the nurse, Feishara, the Lagos police? They've spoken on her behalf. The mother of the nurse, the father of the nurse, the likes of the Black Widow, Wunmi Adebanjo, the likes of Adura, the likes of DJ Bami. Am I audible?
You are audible, sir. You are audible. You can continue, sir.
Thank you. These are the people that they've spoken on behalf of this nurse. A lot have been said on this platform today about the nurse. And this is my own school of thoughts about this nurse. There was a nurse. There was a nurse. And please, the commenter, I want you to help me. If you agree that Mohbad was killed on Monday, type yes or no, please, so that I will know where I'm driving to. If you agree that Mohbad was killed on Monday, type yes or no, please, so that I will know where I'm driving towards. Correct. There's no doubt Mohbad was killed on Monday, 11 September 2023. Now, the point I want to derive out there is very simple. If Mohbad was killed on Monday, the question is this. According to the Nigerian police, the nurse arrived 1 p.m. on Tuesday, 12th of September 2023. That should be a red flag. That should be a red flag. That should be a red flag. Now, when we go back to the text message between Prime Boy and the Black Widow, Wunmi Adebanjo, also known as CY, the text message happens to be between 8:54 a.m. on Monday, and the reply back to Prime Boy is 16 past 1, 1:16 p.m. the same Monday. Just like I said last week, the Gen Z generation, even the older person, they always be with their phone. The question is this: why did the Black Widow did not respond to Prime Boy message? The answer is very simple. Mohbad have been killed before that time. Mohbad was killed before that time. And they have been looking, what can we do? How can we arrange all this mess? I think it was when it comes to a point that they've tried to calm everything down. That was then the Black Widow, Wunmi Adebanjo, now reply Prime Boy by 1:16 p.m. on Monday. And we should not even forget about the phone call between Mama Mohbad and Wunmi Adebanjo, also known as CY. The phone conversation started 12 p.m. down to 3 p.m. when Wunmi said, Mommy, ṣé ti gbọ́ nǹkan ni. That's the point. I don't want to go deep into their conversation. The time they call, but the time they call is between 12 and 3. Ṣé ti gbọ́ nǹkan ni. Have you heard anything? Have you heard anything? That tells you something happened. You understand me? And there's no doubt. Mama Mohbad, she's part of this conspiracy. Now, the question is this. When we go back to the police report, there's no way that we are going to mention this nurse. We are not going to mention some names that have been tallied with this nurse Feyi. According to the Lagos State Police, Mohbad was unbearable pain. Now, according to them, they called the original nurse, who happens to be the nurse that used to treat Mohbad, named Nurse Funmi. According to them, Nurse Funmi was not available. And the question we need to ask ourselves is this. Is it true? Is it true that they called Nurse Funmi? If they call Nurse Funmi, where is the proof? We need the call log of Nurse Funmi. The call log of Nurse Funmi is very, very important. Now, is it true also that the nurse Feyi, was in Cotonou? We don't know. But this is my school of thought. I will go by that statement that she was in Cotonou. This is my own school of thought. Because she did not turn up on Monday, according to them. If truly they put a phone call through on Monday, which I believe. Now, the nurse came in on Tuesday, 1 p.m. And I've said this a lot. The person, the nurse they claim it's not the nurse. The Lagos State Police claim. This time around, we need to be clear. Because this nurse have not spoken by herself. But the Lagos State Police claim that the nurse administered injection to Mohbad. Now, if we go by what the Lagos State Police said, that Nurse Feyi administered injection to Mohbad, the question we need to ask ourselves is this. Is it true Nurse Feyi administered injection to Mohbad? Is it true Nurse Feyi administered injections to Mohbad? Well, Another thing we can think of, I'm going to say to you that the nurse did not administer injection to Mohbad. And this is my reason of not concur to Lagos State Police statement that the nurse administer injection to Mohbad, either 3 or 2. The reason is very simple. Mohbad died. They killed Mohbad on Monday, and the nurse arrived on Tuesday. That is my own reason. That I don't believe that the nurse, the Lagos State Police claim that administer injection to Mohbad is not Mohbad that she administer injection to, because Mohbad was killed on Monday. Mohbad was killed on Monday. Anybody that is having the school of thoughts that the nurse came to come and inject to embalm Mohbad, that one to me is 0%. It's absolutely 0%. If the nurse comes out today and the nurse accepts that she administer injection, I can tell you for free. The nurse did not administer injections to Mohbad. She administered injections to another person. Because Mohbad died. They killed Mohbad on Monday. Mohbad was killed on Monday, and the nurse arrived 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Please, all those who are seeking justice for Mohbad, let's wake up. Some of us that we are sleeping, let's wake up now. It is time to wake up from our deep sleep. Now, those who have spoken on behalf of the nurse, that is the area of the Lagos State Police statement on behalf of the nurse. Let's go back to what the father of the nurse said through the interview a friend of mine gave Lenchi through Paparino platform. Let's just partially go through what the father of the nurse said. Series of questions was being asked. One of the questions is this. When Lenshin asked the father of the nurse, did your daughter know Mohbad? The father of the nurse said, when he asked his daughter, her daughter said she did not know Mohbad. When Lenshin asked the person your daughter treated, is it a black person or light in complexion? The nurse said she's a lighter person. And we all know Mohbad was a black person. Now, think of that. That should be a red flag for you to know that the nurse treated someone else that pretend with their own plan to be the nurse, to be Mohbad. And through that interview as well, according to the father of the nurse, we have been told that when the nurse got into that house, that Mohbad asked the nurse, "Are you the nurse? Are you the nurse?" Don't forget, it was on Tuesday, and they've killed Mohbad on Monday. I believe somebody that have been dead cannot talk. Somebody that is dead cannot talk. But according to the father of the nurse, now, and they take that person from one room to another room according to the statements that the nurse gave to her father. And don't forget, through the Nigerian police statements, Mohbad was unbearable pain. Unbearable pain. Agony pain. A severe pain. Can that person use his two legs to walk from one room to another room? That should be a red flag. When the person is moving from one room to another room, why? Somebody, the Lagos State Police claimed that it was unbearable pain. Another red flag is this. Why do they move that person from one room to another room? This is some of the questions that we need to ask ourselves, that can tell you that actually these were a plan. Now, another point is this. Wunmi Adebanjo claimed that the nurse killed Mohbad. At the beginning of this case, none of us were aware of the nurse. It was after or during the period Mohbad's body was exhumed that we all got to know there was nurse involvement. Now, another point is this. I'm telling everybody, including myself, I have that little understanding with the Nigerian police. If truly this nurse was the person that killed Mohbad, this nurse will be charged straight off to court. But what happened? It was not charged to court. It was being released. It was being released. Because Wunmi, along with the Lagos State Police, they've alleged this nurse that she was the one that killed Mohbad. But now, this nurse was being released. Now, when we look the old things from what I have explained, I will come. Before then, my dear friend Jessanime ask raise a very important question. And the question is this: we all contributed money for spending to be bailed. We all contributed money for prime boys to be bailed from the custody of the Lagos State Police. And the question we need to ask ourselves: who bailed the nurse? Who bailed the nurse? Who bailed the nurse? Since the nurse was bailed, I feel hear from the nurse, the answer is no. I feel hear from the nurse, the answer is no. And this is where I'm going to drag one of the hosts right now. But for you that you can ponder, think very well. One of the hosts keep asking, or let me say, one of the hosts have been pointing finger to one of the suspects or a witness in this case. Whenever that host doing his show always made mention of one of the suspects or a witness being locked up. Don't forget, the likes of Spending was being locked up. The likes of Prime Boy was being locked up. The likes of Nos was being locked up. The likes of Naira Marley was being locked up. The likes of Sam Larry was also being locked up. But all these 5 people have been bailed. But when this host is making his own submission, he only talk about one particular person, even till yesterday night. But the question is this host, as he talk about this nurse, the answer is no. The answer is capital no. These hosts never talk about the nurse in his submission. This host never drag this nurse in his submission. That should be a red flag. What's going on? All what we are asking for is justice for Mohbad. That's what we are crying for every day. Why, you particular host, why do you mute on this particular nurse, despite the fact that we are being told by the Lagos State Police that she was the one that killed Mohbad? Nurse Fiyi. The host is my friend. There's no doubt. But the question that I'm raising is this: why he is not talking about this particular nurse? We don't want any partiality in justice for Mohbad. If they ask me, Prime boy, I will tell you, is a witness, also a suspect in this matter. All what I'm asking for is justice for Mohbad. The only two innocent people in this case is Joseph Oloba and the innocent child, Lehan. Please, now, if I want to conclude now on my submission from what I have analyzed through this nurse, I can tell you for free, this nurse was being roped, She was being roped in. She was being roped. That is why they are not allowing this nurse to speak publicly. That is why they are speaking for her. And let me say this. If Prime Boy have not made a statement through the TVC, maybe the story will be different. Maybe the story will be different. This nurse was being roped. She is not part of the plan of this murder case or homicide case. And this is where we need to start calling out for the nurse. Hashtag nurse. Because all what we are crying for is for justice for Mohbad. It's for justice for Mohbad. Let's drag everybody out. Let's drag everybody out so that we ourselves can sleep. We can rest. Where is the picture of this nurse? The Lagos State Police claim that she administered injection to Mohbad. Where is the face of this nurse? Why is the nurse not coming out to speak to the public? Let's encourage the nurse to come out to the public to come and speak. She was being alleged one way or the other that she is the one that killed Mohbad. Where we should channel our energy to. I will conclude. This is my own school of thought.